Awesome. Well, John, what did you say at half-time?
All I said was that, keep playing the football we're playing because we're creating a lot of chances, and we did in the first half. Just have to tighten up. They were catching us on the counter-attack too easily. So we had to make sure that we tidied that up, and then, let's try and lift another gear, and let's go at them. We know that we'll create chances. Believe you're going to score the goals because you're getting into those chances and opportunities, and that's what they did. And but also, don't underestimate the crowd. Like when you have this sort of crowd at Amy Park, the noise isn't as big because it's a bigger stadium, obviously. So just having 3,000-4,000 people in a small stadium like this, it gives the boys energy. I've said it so many times that we'll have such a lift from playing in our own home, and that will end up making it into a fortress. And we started well today by doing that.
Sure, it must have surprised. There's 4 goals in 17 minutes like that.
Didn't surprise me. I told you, Joey, at the beginning of the season, we're creating chances. There's going to be a time that we're going to score goals, and we're going to score a lot of goals. And, the frustrating thing is because I played the game and been involved in the game for so long, I know how important having crowd with you and having a rectangular stadium that it's yours, how much of a lift that can give players. We're finding energy from other places. So, the reason why we scored 4, because we scored 1, crowd lifts, score another one, crowd lifts again. Then all of a sudden, you can't stop us. And, because the players then start to believe, and we were relentless after. And so, I'm so happy for the club because I know how much work has gone into this, not only to prepare for today, but through the years to get to this stage. And it's a good start for us.
Obviously, you'd rather prefer not to come down from 2-0 down and win 4-2.
Yeah.
So you say the first half you think giving up too much in transition?
Yeah, a little bit too much in transition. I'm a little bit confused about sometimes the decisions because they're not very, how can I say, consistent. They got a penalty. We see that every week. The boy has a shot, goes past the post, player comes sliding in. Yes, the momentum takes him, but it didn't interfere with the play, and he gets a penalty. I find that strange. If it is a penalty, no problem. Let's do it every week, because then after Sepp Pasquale shoots from outside the box, and the boy comes sliding in, but he's already had his shot. He takes him out, and there's no free kick. For me, that's not consistent. There was a foul here. We got caught in transition. I can't remember who it was on, whether it was Gus or it was Sepp Pasquale, and is a clear foul, pushing the back, and they go down the other end and go score a goal. So that's where the consistency wasn't there. And the other one is Tomoki Imai got 2 games for grabbing someone around the throat. He didn't even get a yellow card. This frustrates me, and I was lucky today that I didn't get booked because I'm getting frustrated going, where's the consistency in decision making? And so yes, we were 2-0 down, but the boys knew that those little details had gone against us a little bit, and I just told them to remain calm, don't get too frustrated about some of the decisions, and just keep going.
Obviously, fantastic day for the club, but you haven't come out unscathed. Daniel limping off just before half-time, Donks and Nikita coming off before the end of the game. I'll ask you about Pena first. What's he done? Yeah,
Daniel's been carrying something there, a little bit of inflammation in his pubic area now for a couple of weeks, so I'm not sure how bad that is. He couldn't continue. Now, I don't know whether it's a change of the pitch, the surface that we've been, used to playing on certain grass, and now we've changed onto couch grass. So, we have to see how that goes and how quick he can recover from that. In terms of Rukavica, I think that he's done his quad. I think that we might not see him for the rest of the season. It was unfortunate for him. And then you've got Donks. I think Donks should be okay. I think that Donachie will be okay. Again, the boys start to feel a little bit fatigued towards the end of the game, but I think Donachie, I'm hoping Donachie will be okay.
When you say this area, like hip flexor, lymph nodes, groin?
Pubic area.
Just, okay.
Yeah.
I know you've touched on it before, John, but how big a day was this for the club, and particularly for the players? Like, these are all professional footballers that played at stadiums everywhere. How was it just another game for them, or did they
No.
really notice that this was a really special day?
It was a special day. The special day. We tried to it was hard to downplay it from my side because I wanted the players not to get too built up about the game. But it is hard to do that because, everywhere you were looking, especially within our club, everyone was so excited and looking forward to it. First game, boys are getting messages. Let's get off to a winning start in our home stadium. So I tried to make sure that the boys understood that they still have to focus on the game and not get too consumed about it's our first game here. So I thought that they were a little bit nervous at the start of the game, but then once they calmed down, and the crowd started to really enjoy the football and scoring goals, that they got used to it. So it is a big day for not only players but the whole club. The whole club.
And you mentioned before, you do notice a difference in the crowd here, say, to Amy Park. It really does make more of an impact.
It
for
does.
the team.
It makes a massive impact. Big impact for us. At the moment, we know where we are as a club in terms of our supporter base. I want to thank all the people that turned out today because I hope they enjoyed it. Not only the game, but also what was surrounded. I know that there was certain pop-up bars and food trucks and all that. So I hope they enjoyed the day. The people of this area, hopefully they start to realise that we are part of this community and they start to come out. And this is only the beginning because it's going to build. And we know that. We know the stadium is going to build in a couple of years. So when we get to that stage, let's hope we have a fan base that can start to fill out 15,000 stadium.
Do you think you would be further up the ladder if you'd played here all season, or is that a bit too simplistic?
No. It's not simplistic. It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. We would. Can't change it now.
Yeah.
Now we can only look for the present and the future and enjoy that that we're here and keep on working towards making this that people realise. I've played in stadiums with teams that have been 2 goals down, 3 goals down at home, and then and come back. The one that was clear with me that I was on the wrong side of wasn't great was the Wanderers at Parramatta Stadium back in one major semi-final. We're 3-0 up, Brisbane Roar, and the crowd pushed them home, and they end up winning that one 5-4. That's what we have to create here, and I think it was a good step today because you saw that everyone got really behind the team.
And next season, I suppose you've got the whole season here, so that could really kick you on again.
I think so. Yeah. Look, there's still other things you need to work on and get better at, and keep on developing players and then making the right signings and making sure that everything falls into place. It's not only just this, but it will definitely help us. It's a good base for us. Now, I've mentioned Joe has been a few of my interviews about building the house from the roof down. Now we put the base in, we put the foundations in, and now we can start to build something really special here.
And just finally, I know it's not strictly your area, but you mentioned building the house. This week came news that you might have another tenant in the house. Is that, from a football point of view, does that, sit okay with you having a rugby team here? Obviously, the surface.
Look, I'm not sure how the discussion how that's going. I'm not sure where we're at, but this I'm hoping and I believe it will be in years to come a sporting precinct. That's what I think will happen eventually. Whether they train on our surface or whether they train on it and play on our pitch or whatever it is, I'm sure there'll be basketball, there'll be other sports that will be here because we want to make this that the community can come to a sporting precinct, and that happens in big clubs in Spain and in different places in Greece and Turkey and all that they're sporting clubs. Barcelona, everyone knows them as a football club, but they've got a basketball team, they've got a hockey team, they've got so many other sports. So I'm presuming that's what we're thinking of doing, but I'm not privy to those conversations.
Thanks.
Thank you.